If you're looking for speech therapy for stuttering, the first thing you probably see is the before and after videos. And I don't like those videos. I want you to look a little bit further, because the real question is what happens after that. And if you've done speech therapy for stuttering before, you probably know that that's the real question. In this video, we'll talk about 5 practical tips how we can sustain fluency and speaking confidence that we gain in the therapy room in real life. Stay tuned. So, the before and after videos, what's wrong with them? Quite reasonably, we want to see the benefits of the service or product, we want to see the result. And with stuttering therapy, the before and after videos seems to be the obvious way to show the result, right? Well, not really. And to better understand it, let's take a look at this well-known episode from Steve Harvey's show.
I have a stutter, and I'm trying to find love and stuff, and I feel that guys and people don't really take me seriously.
Okay, now listen to me. Stuttering is cute. I'm gonna show you just a little drill I do with kids, because I know how to stop it. So I want you to take this mic. I'm gonna want you to walk over there. I'm gonna walk towards you. I'm gonna ask you a question. Before you answer the question, I want you to say it to yourself 3 times slowly, and when the 4th or 5th time, when you feel comfortable, just say it out loud, okay? Okay. All right, go over there. Watch what I'm doing. Okay, so I want you to walk slowly towards me. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, that's 1. See, you don't say anything until did you say it to yourself?
3 times.
3 times. And then when you felt good, you said it.
Yeah.
That's the beginning right there. Don't talk to anybody until you said your response 3 times internally. Then say it. Okay, walk towards me. Okay. Who's the president of the United States?
Unfortunately, Trump.
Oh, you doing jokes too? Do you understand?
Yes.
We don't have a lot of time, but in 1 hour, I could stop you from stuttering.
So, a beautiful girl, Lainey, stutters when she's asking the question. And then, when she gets on stage and following Steve Harvey's advice, she doesn't stutter. So, that's a wrap. That's an ideal, the before and after video. We have it already. You join the program, the therapy, and on the first day of the therapy, the recording shows stuttering. Then we do some exercises, we apply some techniques, and we see the improvement. The person who stutters is happy, the therapist is happy, but then this person comes back to real life, and the speaking there usually is not so great. And oftentimes, we come back all the way just to that exact same spot where we started the therapy. Now the question, why does that happen this way? First of all, we don't bring that huge invisible part of stuttering to the therapy room. The invisible part of stuttering consists of our stuttering shame, our embarrassment, our negative feelings about it, our avoidance, escaping, and hiding stuttering. Here in the therapy room, we're talking about stuttering, we're dealing with stuttering. It's all about stuttering, there's nothing to hide here. Second, oftentimes we just repeat after the therapy some words, some phrases. We take away that hard thinking part and the transition between our thoughts and instant, automatic translation it into words. And third, of course, we do some exercise, we apply some techniques, so we feel more confidence. So yes, we do feel improvement in the therapy room. But we also feel improvement when we're, for example, reading out loud to ourselves at home. But that's not real life speaking, that's not real life interaction. We don't feel that emotional burden that we have in real life. So again, these before and after videos don't quite represent the reality. That's why I don't like them. And some speech therapists, I'm not saying all, but some do believe that that's what they are meant to do, to achieve improvement in the therapy room. I showed you the right thing, now you know it, what else can I do? I've done my job, now you do your job. Go there and apply the techniques that I taught you. So if you've done stuttering therapy before, you might have a feeling and belief that as a result of stuttering therapy, we either can improve our speaking or we can attain fluency for some time, but then relapses are inevitable. So let's talk about 5 practical tips. And these are the elements of the therapy that you want to have. You want to make sure that's the self-check for you. You want to make sure that you tick all 5 boxes. I do have all 5. And tip number 1, you want to have a training speech. And the big idea you want to realize first is that as long as we're trying to fix, to find something wrong in our current existing speaking pattern, we're staying in the land of stuttering. We are chasing fluency there. And stuttering is chasing us. And we're trying to escape from stuttering using different tricks or techniques. With the training speech, we're doing just the opposite. We are creating a secure space where we can be truly present. We're physically, not only emotionally, mentally want to be present, but very physically want to be present, want to be here, want to enjoy that speaking interaction. With our training speech, we're saying actually that I'm here, I'm not running away. And let's demonstrate it with a couple phrases. So for example, I want to say, can I have a French vanilla cappuccino? So the usual way, the default way for us is to go as long as we can, as fluently as we can. So we say, can I have a, and on f, we might feel the struggle. We might somehow get through f and feel the struggle in v, or finally we can get to k and feel the struggle there. Or anticipating that struggle, we might say, can I have some water, please? Now, with the training speech, we want to take control over the airflow, want to be present, as I said, right from the first sound. So we go a bit up. Can I have a French vanilla cappuccino? Or we can say it in 2 pieces. Can I have a French vanilla cappuccino? So our regular way, when we say, can I have a, we're getting to that f, kind of very, very low and shallow. We hit the wall and there is no way to go over that wall. With the training speech, we're going a bit up. Can I have a French? Or can I have a French? We create more space for our speaking. We go a bit up so that we don't let them become hard sounds or words. We don't need any tricks to avoid or escape or get through them. The same way we're saying, can I have a beef burger? Or can I have a beef burger? So we'll go up and down. Maybe you have a different training speech because you've gone through a different therapy already. But what we want to make sure is that we're not escaping from stuttering, right? We want to make sure we have an ability to create that secure space and be there. Feel that confidence, be present, and enjoy that speaking interaction. Tip number 2, you want to like your training speech. If you don't like your training speech, you won't use it. It's that simple. So a big question, maybe the biggest question, is your relationship with the training speech. If you think a little bit deeper, you will find that your relationship with the training speech reflects your relationship with yourself, how you truly feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-confidence. Because you're a person who stutters, who wants to bring change to the speaking pattern. If you don't stutter, or if you don't want to bring that change, well, this video is not for you, obviously. And you don't need a speech therapy, for sure. You see, every time we stutter, we're trying to be fluent. That's another hard truth to take. We're trying to be somebody who we're not. And ironically, accepting and embracing the training speech, we are embracing and accepting stuttering. We're finding peace and agreement with ourselves. And we open the door for the real change in our speaking pattern. And I'm sure some people will say, why do we need the training speech? Why can't we just let go of stuttering? Our speaking is spontaneous, is automated. Why do we need to create that something? Many people would say that we don't need another type of control in our speaking. That stuttering itself is a control in our speaking. And I again would agree to all of that. Yes, we would love to just let it go. But stuttering is an automated muscle emotional memory. We've uploaded so much and so many of those experiences that it's very firm and stable. And that anticipation, that tension that we have in our mind, it's not a mere obsession, it's real. If there is no ground for that anticipation and tension, that why would we think about stuttering? Why would we anticipate stuttering? Every time we try to go spontaneously and automatically, we might feel some level of fluency, but our speaking is still insecure. We're still open for that helplessness in our speaking in front and the face of speech impediments. And that helplessness creates a huge negative feeling about it, that emotional pain about those cases when we stutter. And that emotional pain in turn creates a huge invisible part of stuttering shame, embarrassment, negative feelings, avoidance, escaping, and generally holding back. That is something that we want to change. Not only the speech impediments, but that invisible part of stuttering. Tip number 3, use your training speech openly in real life. Da-da-da-dum. That's the hardest part of any stuttering therapy, stuttering program. And I'm saying this again and again, by being open about using the training speech. We are not only creating that secure space, rewiring our neural pathways, creating that new speaking pattern. Most importantly, we are becoming true to yourself. Yes, I'm a person who stutters. Yes, I am in the speech therapy, in the speech program. Yes, I'm using the training speech. Yes, it might be a little bit different than our regular speaking, because we are restoring that inner structure in our speaking to make it a little bit more secure, to make sure we are really present in our speaking. And I call it active positive disclosure. When it's your choice to open up and use the training speech, compared to our usual, what I call negative passive disclosure, when we're trying to be fluent until we stutter and then we just open up. Yes, I stutter. We open up because we have to, because we already stuttered. We're trying to escape that as much as we can. With the active positive disclosure, we are opening up, not stuttering. We're disclosing not stuttering, we're disclosing using the training speech, which is a bit different. We're disclosing that, yes, I'm here, I'm present, I want to speak more, I want to enjoy that interaction. Tip number 4, expand. Well, it's not enough just to have the training speech and even to use it in real life. We want to expand, creating more space for ourselves that does not belong to stuttering. We want to challenge ourselves to create more speaking situations. And what seems impossible first, gradually, if we go step by step, feels very natural. When we go through that journey, when we do all those things, we realize that the real transformation happens inside. It's not the speaking part of our stuttering that we're really changing. We're changing that invisible, huge part of stuttering. Where instead of escaping, instead of trying to be fluent, trying to pass fluent, you realize that there is nothing to escape. There is nothing to avoid. There is only you being present, being here, not running away, delivering your message, connecting, communicating, and enjoying that moment of that interaction. Tip number 5, give yourself time. Oftentimes I see people going to the extremes, either saying, I improved my speaking, or I got to that fluency. Wow, now I can be confident, now I can be fluent. And then going to another extreme when they get stuck, when they stutter, saying, I had a period of fluency, but then I relapsed, and now I am back to the same spot. And the conclusion is, like, the speech therapy doesn't work. Nothing works, actually. There is nothing that can be done, really, to that stuttering. Well, I want us to realize that both extremes are not true. Building a new speaking pattern takes time. We need time to build a thick layer of new positive experiences, of new muscle and emotional memory, to cover, to bury those very firm and automated experiences that we have right now, that automated muscle emotional memory that we have right now. And even though, yes, it's a journey, it's a long journey, it's not an easy path, but yes, we can attach confidence to the very act of speaking, not depending on the environment. Whether it's the comfort of the therapy room when we're doing this before and after video, or any challenging situation in your life. When you have all 5 elements, if you follow all 5 tips that I gave you, then you can forget the word relapses. You're on the right path to the full recovery, to really restoring the inner structure of your natural way of speaking. So thank you so much for watching. For more videos, subscribe to this YouTube channel. To learn more about the training speech, head over to freefromstutter.com and join my free improved training. And for more interaction, join Free From Stutter Facebook group. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Oftentimes I see people from other programs, and again, by create, and again. And I'm saying this again and again. In this video, we'll talk about 5 practical tips that, 5 practical tips about how to sustain fluent speaking content again.